these are my hands. This is my 5-year-old's hand. He will not be doing the video today. Hi, Mom. Hi, Logan. Okay, so I have kind of gone back to basics. My cells have been a little bit wilty. It's been very, very hot and very, very humid for us. Humid for us. Maybe not for where you live. But anyway, so I've noticed I've had some... Can you put that down, Logan? Some wilty pores or wilty cells, and I thought, you know, time to go back to practicing my paint consistency and such, because I thought, well, maybe it's thinner than I think or thicker than I think, because, you know, maybe this heat and stuff is kind of affecting it. So the first thing I decided to do, though, is get some Basics matte fluid medium from Hobby Lobby. I was using this for a long time, using it basically 50-50 with Floetrol. I really liked it, and then I just got away from doing it. I had Floetrol sitting around. Floetrol's cheaper, and I can just run into Lowe's or tell my husband when he's going into Lowe's, just grab me some Floetrol, and it, you know, it was working just fine. But I really liked the results I had with the Basics, so I thought, since I'm having some issues, let's put this back in the mix and see if it helps. Or not, and then I'll be happy not to spend the money. Now it's $9.99 at Hobby Lobby. Obviously they do the coupons, and then I noticed, I think it was Jerry's Artarama had it for about half that. I think it was $4.59 on that, and Amazon has it as well. So I'll link to Jerry's and Amazon in the description bar. So these two colors I just mixed today. So they are these 3 colors. The white, this blue, and the pink I just mixed. So I mixed it just with Basics. I didn't even put any Floetrol in it. So this is about 1 part paint, not quite 1 part of the Basics. I'm a little bit less free-flowing with this than I am with the Floetrol, since it's more expensive. And I did my custard test. If you haven't seen that, you can check. I'll post that video in the description bar as well. But basically, I run my finger through it. If the paint runs back together completely, it's too thick. It's too thin. If it doesn't move at all, it's too thick. And if it starts to move back together, it's just right. And this seems almost a little thick now that I'm playing with it again. Oh, there we go. The problem is getting it on camera, because I tend to draw my finger through it all the way to try and get it on camera to get you to see. But then it creates a dry spot, and the paint doesn't really, not a totally dry spot, but a mostly dry spot, and then the paint doesn't want to move. So you kind of have to drag your finger through it a little bit gently. So anyway, I did my custard test with these and my white. My white is a little bit thicker, but it's the background color. I'm good with white being thicker. Now these two I had mixed previously, so they have Floetrol, and then I went ahead and added just a little bit of the Basics. Not very much, just a little bit. And this one's a hair bit thin, according to my custard test. And this one's just barely. It's on the thinner side. So we'll see. I don't have all custard test approved, I guess, but mostly. So we're gonna see. Oh, and these two, since we're discussing mixing, I haven't put any. Let's put a drop in this. Nope. And a drop in this. I'm trying to justify buying. Whoa, that went crazy. I'm busy talking. The spot on pouring oil. It's the same thing, but it has 2 caps. I'll link to that also. But anyway, the cap for pouring, it comes with a really tiny one, so you get teeny tiny little drops. And I would love that, because I don't like to use a lot of silicone. Okay, so canvas. Let's make sure that is, there we go. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do a, I think I'll do a floating cup. Let's see. Let's just use this. Just because you usually get pretty good cells with floating cups. Let's just see how this mix works. I'm not sure how I want the outcome to be. I love that Basics So I won't be surprised if it pours really well, but at the same time, I'm like, it's more expensive than Floetrol. Please don't be any better. So you can see how these are separated, and I've been doing, you know, so it's showing this a little bit thicker, that they're not mixing in the cup. So we'll see. I really don't know what to expect. Since this weather seems to be playing with my pores. Okay, I'm not gonna put much in this. I think this is bigger than I'm thinking it is. These are 5 ounce. I'm guessing this is pretty close, even though it has that small bottom. Oh, that purple is pretty. I mixed a purple with this Arteza Pearl Glacier Blue and just made it really metallic-y, sparkly and such. I probably should use the last of this. I really like it, but I'm going to save it. If my arm is like waving all over the camera, I apologize. It's like reaching across the table for food, isn't it? Okay. Let's put the white on here. I don't need a ton of this because there's a lot of paint in that cup, but I do want, let's just spread it out. That way if I want some negative space, I can have some negative space. Okay, now we'll see how thick this is. I've never used one of these, but I'm going to try and put a little hole in it. They're a little thicker than those other plastic cups. There we go. There's one. Break that suction a little bit. This is just one of those fruit with jello cups. Squeak, squeak, squeak. I don't know if you can hear that, but okay. One, oh, no, I can feel it's already a little bit looser. Okay. Nope, and I lifted it up. I always do that with those floating cups. I always end up just lifting them up accidentally. Okay, let's torch. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing so far. So far, I am liking that. Okay, let's tilt and see what happens. Pour some of that over that edge. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. It looks like they're stretching better. They were like falling apart in the heat. Like they were as tired as I was. I'm going to squinch these down, pouring. Look at that, all that red. Oh yeah, you can see right here the cells are getting bigger rather than just sagging. Goodness gracious, Red, you're just totally taking over. Okay, this red has some issues. Hi, Toby. See, that peach totally disappeared. It was really thin. Okay, I'm gonna leave that white negative space there. Go this way and see if I can stretch those cells out. Get some more blue and purple in there, at least a little bit. Yeah, you can see right there. So much better. So much better. Okay. I kind of like that. So we're going to stick with that. That's kind of pretty. But you can see right in there, you can really see how the structure seems to be much better. There's some big cells over here and right here. They didn't just totally disappear. I love that ghosting right there. I love ghosting. So I don't know. I don't know if it was because I was more careful with my consistency or if it was at basics. Let me know in the comments section if you're having issues, if it's hot where you are and humid, if that's giving you issues or not. Curious to know. Thank you. If that's part of the problem. Oh, look at this right here. That is cool. I don't know what's going on there, but that looks really neat. Sorry, I got distracted a little bit. But anyway, maybe that's the issue. Maybe not, but I'm happy with what I see here. I've got some bigger cells. I have some more defined areas. So I've got this little, I'm using my little paintbrush that my son gave me as a pointer. Okay, guys, go watch George. Thank you. So anyway, I'd like to, see if maybe that's a problem everybody's having, or maybe it's just me getting lazy with my mixing. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep using this basics for now. I have quite a bit of paint left over, so I guess I'll either just add it or we'll just save the leftover paint till it cools down. Whatever works, right? And just keep experimenting and playing. That's what we do, isn't it, with this kind of art? So we will see you next time, guys. Oh, I'll do some close-ups, but happy pouring in the meantime. Okay. It looks a bit red, white, and blue in this picture. The red is a little bit more pink. But there, oh, that's pretty, isn't it? I love the way that white is working into that right there. And the ghosting. But there's some big cells. This is definitely much more of what I'm used to. They got a little bit wonky right there, but that's okay. That was where it was all really condensed there for a bit. So let me know what you think, what your opinions are on the effect of hot weather on fluid art and fluid acrylics. Happy pouring, guys.